So what's so hard about using your turn signal? Is it really that difficult to put a little pressure on the signal to indicate your intentions of turning or switching lanes? Or am I just simply asking too much? I don't believe that I am. I think that is a common courtesy you can expect from fellow travelers on the road. Oh, I see now. You're on the phone. I'm so sorry. I don't want you to have to put down your phone to hit that signal. How rude of me to expect you to interrupt your conversation just so you can let me know that you are about to cut me off or slam on your brakes so you can make that turn you almost missed. I know I can be selfish, and I'm really sorry to ask you for such a serious inconvenience. Where are my manners? How did I not consider your life and your feelings? You know what? Let me make it up to you. I know you can't hear me, and I really don't want to interrupt your conversation, so let me make it up to you in a small, kind way. You are really into that conversation, so you really don't notice me following you right now, do you? Wow, you have a really nice house. Your flower bed is absolutely stunning, and yet there you are, still on the phone. Still didn't notice that I took the time out of my busy day to follow you home and apologize for the negative thoughts that were running through my head. Shame. Well, I don't want to knock and bother you any further. That must be a really important conversation. Well, I'm going to do what I came here to do. I was just going to let you know how I felt, express my feelings using my words, like my therapist suggested. But sadly, you didn't give me a chance. So I'm going to have to resort to my old methods. I don't want to, but you really don't leave me a choice. And I think to myself as I'm pulling away from that beautiful little house, she's the type of person that would definitely have AAA. Driving a nice little car like that, living in a nice neighborhood, she'll definitely have AAA. So I'm sure, seeing how she likes talking on the phone so much, calling them may not actually be an inconvenience and might put a smile on her face. It may be an unpleasant conversation at first, but I'm sure that she'll warm right up to that nice person on the other line trying to help her out. I mean, really. I know I didn't have to slash all 4 tires. 2 would definitely been sufficient to keep that inconsiderate cunt off the fucking road, but I couldn't control myself. When I see red, I really can't be held responsible for my actions. I would really love to stay and see the look on her face when she comes out and see how much prettier her precious little Mercedes looks now, that I ensured that she won't be pissing off anyone else in the immediate future. But sadly, if she calls the cops before AAA, I really don't want to be around for that. Good feelings in, bad feelings out. I think therapy's actually working. I do feel a little better. Okay, and hopefully I won't have to do that again today. Now this little scenario, this little insight to my feelings that I have most days driving to and from work is a little exaggerated. It's a little overdramatic indeed. And I know that this isn't the upbeat commentary that you guys are used to getting from me, but I decided to use YouTube for a little therapy today and release some pressure. Now my boy, Azazel, he does a nice little series called Ticked Off Tuesdays that I'm sure is up on his channel today, seeing that it's Tuesday. So you guys might want to go over and check that out, because YouTube therapy, it's great. It is absolutely great. I'll leave a link to the description for his channel. Go check him out. But really, folks, any one of you out there listening that has a driver's license, please think about your actions and how they affect other people on the road. You know how crazy this world has become, how pissing off someone can make my little story a reality or even worse. Road rage is a real, breathing animal that is out there and looking to be released on a daily basis. I have a very real experience that I had about 15 years ago that I'm going to share with you guys real quick. So the one morning I was driving to work, it's about 6:15 or so, and And I was driving down this back road, just cruising along, enjoying no traffic. Then I come up behind this Toyota Ford Runner, doing about 10 miles under the speed limit. So I veer slightly over, take a look to see if I have room to pass them, and luckily I do. So I pop on my turn signal, I hit the gas, and I turn out to go around him. This motherfucker decides that's the time he's going to find his gas pedal and jam it to the floor. So I proceed to veer back behind him, now that he's moving a little bit. Then he proceeds to jam on his brakes again, followed by him jamming on the gas again. And he goes on and does this for about the next 3 to 4 miles off and on. So now I'm pissed. So then we approach an area that has a little more traffic, and we pull up to a pretty busy stop sign. So I yell some choice words telling him what a stellar fucking person he is. And then I was a little surprised when he got out of his truck. I sat there and stared at him as he came around to the back of the truck, lifted the gate, and removed a field hockey stick. So this guy had about 6 inches and a good 50 pounds on me, and obviously was very pissed off since he decided to get out of his truck and arm himself. Well, at the time, I was about 23, much more in shape, and I never backed down from anyone. I guess I was too stupid to. But anyway, so I get out of the car, and I calmly say to him, if you're smart, you'll put that shit back before you get hurt. The guy looked at me, looked like he was about in his late 30s, maybe early 40s, and he really didn't want to take my advice. He started walking over to me, so I got ready to throw down right there in the middle of the fucking street. Lucky for me, this guy must not have thought very much, or he just thought I would back off because he had a field hockey stick. Either way, 2 minutes later, I had the field hockey stick in my hands, and he was laying on the pavement bleeding from his mouth. I broke the stick in half, threw it in the gutter on the side of the road just as he was getting up. I got ready for him to come at me again, but he simply pointed at me and said, "You're lucky. I'm going to let you go." And then turned around, closed the gate on the truck, and got back in it. I just started laughing, and I yelled, "Oh, thanks, buddy, I appreciate that," and got back into my car. The police found him about an hour later, and thanks to the school bus driver that was behind me that witnessed everything, he was charged with aggravated assault. So anyway, just a quick story about a little road rage that I've dealt with and the little fantasies that run in my head almost every day when these people just drive me nuts on the road. So just think about that next time you guys are driving. You know, just be considerate. You know, you're not that important that you can't wait to get home or wherever you're going to take that text or, you know, make that phone call. I mean, if it's really that important, pull over. Or make sure you're focusing on the road and not the conversation. That's pretty much all I gotta say. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys have a great day. I'm a Serial Assassin, and I'm out.